Hi guys, it's Miss Carrie here. A few days ago, I was researching for a topic to post on my channel for mysteries and urban legends, and I came across this word, the backrooms. It was constantly on my feed and recommendations, so I'm like, what the hell is a backroom? So, me being me, a curious cat, started the research, and the first thing I see is this photo. And this image gave me the creeps. I imagined myself there and I felt like I have to run. So I decided to research what the hell is this image and why everyone is obsessed with it. Or more like my feed. If you are also curious about the backrooms and getting the creeps from this image, you are at the right place. First of all, this is my understanding of this concept and what I found and read from other people. So if you guys find that I am wrong somewhere or not understood it better, then please comment it down. So, on to the backrooms. We all know Creepypasta. It's a famous Reddit forum for creepy, unexplained stories which can be fictional or truth, who knows. So, between 2011 and 2018, this photo started circulating on message boards. And on May 12, 2019, an anonymous user asked people to post images that just feel off on a thread on X, which is 4chan's paranormal theme board, and posted this backrooms photograph. Now for people who doesn't know 4chan, it is an image board website where you post an image and clips and discuss about it. Why does it sound like Reddit to me? Anyways, this happens and someone replies to this post who gives it its name and everyone's nightmare. Quote unquote. If you are not careful and you no clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you will end up in the back rooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. Anonymous 4chan, May 13, 2019. Now, if you are like me and doesn't know what's no clip, I think it's a video game slang term. A no-clip mode is like a cheat that allows players to pass through objects like walls, ceilings, and floors, which are normally impenetrable objects. So it's like glitching reality in the video games, where it allows players to explore outside of the game map, where they find themselves in these empty backrooms left by the developers. That's what I found. Anyways, moving on. It's like glitch in the matrix for me. Now, this fandom is growing in Reddit, and it also gains its own subreddits Backrooms and True Backrooms. By March 2022, Backrooms subreddit had over 157,000 members. Then it exploded onto YouTube, Twitter, now X, and TikTok. So you may be wondering, where is this place? Is it real even, or is it just an imagination? So, these both images which broke the internet was of the same location taken on the same day during a renovation of a hobby shop in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So, the backrooms have been associated with an internet aesthetic known as liminal spaces, like images of eerie and uninhabited spaces such as this place. Anyways, in 2022, there was a TikTok trend for videos that zoomed in on Google Earth to reveal an entrance to the backrooms. So when does it explore as something where people is associating it with horror and something to be afraid of? In January 2022, Kane Parsons, a YouTuber known as Kane Pixels, 16 years old then, posts a short horror film titled The Backrooms Found Footage on YouTube. It is a VHS tape recorded by a filmmaker who accidentally enters the backrooms in the 1990s and is pursued by an unknown monster. The video has over 77 million views as of May 2026. A24 also announced a film adaptation of The Backrooms based on Parsons' videos with Parsons directing. It is releasing on May 29, 2026. Now, This is where it glitches my mind and metrics and almost everything. Some people claimed that they have been to this type of place in their dreams, or they are sure that they have been to this place glitching the reality. Someone wrote, when I was about 5 years old, I think I visited the back rooms in a dream. I have actually been putting it together in my head for a couple of days. I had a little brother that passed away in a traumatic way when I was 4. So, in my little mind, I thought I might find him in my dreams. One night, as I slept, I jumped into this hallway that resembled my father's office. The familiar setting of what felt like Dad's workplace faded away as I walked down the dimly lit passage. Light was streaming in and there was carpet on the floor. Soon I found myself in a white hallway. It felt cold. The lights were bright in the hallway, but the rooms seemed dark. I peered around one corner and saw 2 men talking. They were sitting at what could be compared to an air traffic control command center. Big windows for outside observation and joysticks, buttons and scanners. But this was 1987. I am not sure I knew what I was looking at the time, nor did I have words to describe it to my dad the next morning. It's only now at 42 that I am putting the pieces together about this dream. Such a vivid recollection all these years later. After observing the control room and people talking and laughing among themselves, I continued sneaking down the hallway. I walked by different rooms and they all were similarly themed control centers. But the last room I came to had people gathered at a table looking at maps. Finally, I gathered my courage and peered around the doorframe in the next room and asked the people in the room a question. What is this place? These people, dressed in lab coats and spectacles, turned and glared at me. One of the men yelled, "How would you get in here? You are not supposed to be in here." 4 or 5 adults stood up from the table and began walking towards me. I turned tail and ran. I ran so fast that my feet were kicking my butt. As I ran down the hall, more people in lab coats poured from the rooms to survey the commotion. The faster I ran, the more their voices trailed off. I re-emerged on the carpeted hallway and hid in a dark closet. Praying, I woke in a sweaty panic, safe in my bed. Another wrote, I literally just discovered this was a thing today. And crazy thing is, as a kid, I would have dreams behind my aunt and uncle's couch. There was like a trapdoor that led to a place that looked exactly like this. Oh God, this is so exciting. I know it might not be right. Just some person decided to write something to write the fame or something. But I live for this kind of things, guys. This is my fun. Mysteries which has no way to solve it. And it belongs on my channel. Now, if you are fucked up in the mind and overthinking like me, I would always wonder what if this is true. We have so many glitch in the matrix stories and real life experiences. So what if people have truly no-clipped themselves into these back rooms? Please comment guys, what do you think of the back rooms?